Hello, this is Cioz and I'm here with Stil for Talent, and today I show you how I do a track from scratch. So basically every time I start a track, I start with a kick drum because it's the most important thing in the end. And what I have here, it's Ableton drum kit, that you can choose your own kit in the drum section, and I normally prefer starting with a kit because there are several different sounds, and so it's easier to express yourself and finding your grooves or your collection of drums. So in sometimes I did my own drum kit that I always most of the time use to start my track. So I start with the kick drum, and I put it here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on the kick drum I normally record some toms or some drums that will tell what my groove is, what my pulse is. This is gonna be the pulse of my song, my groove. I can go in the clip and delete the mistakes I did, but I like to have this human feeling, so even if it's not perfectly in time, that's fine. So maybe you can correct stuff by hand like this. It's better that we have it on grid, and some can be not really in grid, so you have this kind of human feeling, this wing. And once we have this, actually we have I was playing a tom and a clap together, and sounds like something you can dance to. Okay, after I do this, what I like to do is doing some field recording, and I have this microphone here. It's a stereo microphone. You can use whatever microphone you want, or you can use also your mobile phone. The recorder is really good as well. So with this, I can actually record the sound of my room. So I can go around and I will turn down the volume, and I try to record something really randomly. Random is good always. What we have here now, listen to the recordings. It's some random sound, it's stereo, it's not the best quality, but it's some sound we can work with and we can start with. So for example, let's take this portion of sound and let's quantize it. You can really use whatever you want, like a recording from a mobile phone. It's working perfectly. The dirtier it is, the better it is. So for example, if I take this portion here of the sound, let's try to take 1 bar. And I try to go like by memory. Okay. It's really low volume, so we can push it, we can squeeze it, we can do really hard stuff. There's no actually rules to do this, but I like to put a limiter and squeeze the sound. Like, it's becoming really dirty, really low quality, but this is good because now our track have some dimension. And maybe remove some rumble. we can double this, find another portion of sound that we like in the recording we did before. Even, I don't know, even some stupid short loop, really repetitive, would work. Everything will work. Like something like this. What I also like to do a lot is playing with the transients. I select this kind of transient that basically it plays the sound from the transient, and then you can say you play the 100% of it, you play the 50% of it. You can shorten up the sounds like this. I'll let you hear the effect. Okay. Then what else can we do? Like the groove is there. I don't like to put still too many drums or too many details inside. It's cool maybe now to find some kind of atmosphere. So maybe you can literally you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want in this phase. The most important thing is that is easy. So be as fast as you can. Find your own way and really be fast. So what I like to do is putting this groove inside a key. So we find the right home, the right harmony for this groove. So you can choose really whatever you want, but I like to start, for example, with a piano. You can start with whatever you want, and I like to start with a piano and a delay, for example. There's una corda is really good. So let's see. Okay, for example, like this, and putting some delay on top, making it a little bit stereo in this way. So every delay on the right is going to be a little bit late, and on the left is going to be a little bit earlier. So every time they repeat, it's going to be stereo. Then maybe a reverb. We're going to make the sound of the piano or the note we are playing like not recognizable at all. Okay, let's see what we come up with. I press this. Basically, I record the automation. If I do some automation, I don't know, but you never know. Let's try recording this. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's try. Maybe we can also go crazy with the delay, yeah? Like making it really, really long. And going crazy maybe with the time, so the time is always changing, or... super long reverb, stuff like this. You can do this with every sound you want, literally every sound you want. Okay, so I think this is enough. Let's refreeze the tracks. And basically now we're gonna have the audio of what we recorded before was a MIDI. So let's flatten this. And with this audio, we can have basically we can build our atmosphere that is gonna repeat through the track. We can choose to have a small loop, we can choose to have a long loop. It's gonna be fine. This looks good. So we can maybe with this sound, for example, with the filter, we can have it there. So during the track, while we are gonna play with the sound that we have, a filter is gonna be a good effect to play with the atmosphere. And yeah, that's it. Now, while we have this, now it's time to find all the other elements. But I think this is a good moment to start, because it's a good way to start, because then you have like the skeleton of your track, and you know that it's kind of working, and you don't stuck in the famous loop. Yeah, once you arrive at this point, you can find your bass, you can find your melodies, you can find all the other drums, and you can go on with the tracks. So I think this is a good way to brainstorm. So I have here my favorite machine. It's the Electron Analog 4. You can use also plugins and stuff to create your synth, but I'm in love with this because it's really fast. I love to be fast doing stuff. So for example, I cleared the pattern that was here, and I can start playing. This is a kit that probably I did while jamming some days ago, and it's still here. So, and what I can do is recording this is a little keyboard. What I can do is recording directly and sequencing what I'm playing in the machine. So it's gonna sound like a jam in the end, and it's gonna be fast. So let's see what. okay, this was like an idea, but it was kind of working because it was fast. So I had some ideas in my mind, and I was doing them. I was playing them. I wasn't stuck in writing blocks in the clip view, but it was just coming by heart. And I think this is a good way to brainstorm your ideas, being fast, having something prepared, and just let it feel it. That you need to feel it. Also, if it's random, sometimes it's good.